Assalamualaikum students, how are you? Class, we will first of all mark your original title. Okay, class, we have already started unit 7, that is properties of matter, and today we will discuss about density. So class, the learning outcome for this lectures include you will be able to define the term density, and you can also able to compare the densities of a few solids, liquids, and gases. So first of all, we will discuss about densities. All of you have familiar with the term density in your lower grades. So density is basically an element that tell us about that the object is heavier or a lighter. So density is a substance, it is defined as its mass per unit volume. So whenever we have to calculate the densities, we need two elements. One is a mass of the object and other is the volume of the object. And these two parameters, mass and volumes, they give us information about the density, and then we can easily conclude that about the object that whether they are heavier or they are lighter. So the formula for density is we can evaluate the formula with the help of a definition. Density is the substance is defined as its mass per unit volume. So density will be equal to the mass of a substance, and whenever we use the word per, it's mean we have to divide. So here we have to put the sign of divide. Density is given of the all know that the unit. That's why okay.
Thank you. So on Monday, they will be your history class first, right? So yes, you already maths books or if you have history book, if you don't have history book, it's I will I'm going to share.
Okay, so class we are discussing about the density. So density is equal to the mass by volume. So all of you know that the unit for mass is kg, and the unit for volume is meter cube. Meter cube are the base unit for volume. As you know that the SI unit for length are meter, right? So volume we have derived from the base unit. So volume has the same unit, but they are always in cube. So we have to take it as meter cube. Sometimes you can also calculate the volume in liter. You can also calculate the volume in centimeter cube. But the base unit and the SI units that we have to use for volume they are meter cube. For mass, we have kg, and for volume, we have meter cube. So the unit for density will be kg by meter cube. So these are the SI unit for density. We have derived these units from the base unit. The base unit for mass are kg, and the base unit for volume are meter cube. So for density, we get kg meter cube. We can calculate the density of a material if we know its mass and volume. So mass and volume, they are very important parameter to calculate the density of any material. If we have two objects, let's say we have any pin or we have any wooden block. Let's say this is a wooden block, and we have to calculate the density of glass. Whenever you enter in the room, just mute yourself. Okay? Here. Yes, Amber. What question do you have? Class, is my voice clear to you? So if you just take a wooden block, so obviously this wooden block must be have some mass and that must be in kg. So let's say the mass of this wooden block is 5 kg, and let's say it has a volume of 1 meter cube. It has a volume of 1 meter cube. So we can easily calculate the density. So density will be equal to mass over volume. So for this wooden block, we can calculate 5 kg by 1 meter cube. That is equal to 5 kg per meter cube. That is the density of a wooden block. So we can easily calculate the density with the help of the parameter mass and volume. The mass and volume, they are known. We can easily calculate the density of any object. We can also compare the densities of many objects with the help of this formula if we know the mass and volume. So, thus, if we as you know that 1 liter is equal to 10 raised to power minus 3 meter cube. Sometimes the volume can be given you in liter or centimeter cube, so you have to convert the unit in meter cube if they are required. So 1 liter is always equal to 10 raised to power minus 3 meter cube. You have to memorize this, right? So if we want to take a 5 liter, what we have to do, we just have to multiply this 5 on the other side with meter cube, right? In this way, we can get the 5 liter. So if we want to calculate the density of water, let's say the mass of the water is 5 kg and the volume is about 1 liter. If there's a water of 1 liter and that we have converted into a meter cube, that will be equal to 5 into 10 raised to power minus 3 meter cube, right? So if we just calculate them, 5 will be cancelled out with this 5 and we will left with 1 by 10 power minus 3. So as this 10 raised to minus 3 will be go on the numerator, we will get the positive value, that is 1000 kg per meter cube. So the density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. So the density of water is always 1000 kg per meter cube. With the help of volume, with the help of a math, we can easily calculate the density of any object.
ممكن دخلنا كلاس كده ماما ده يدوم شهور دي أروى بس.
So if we can easily compare the densities of two objects, right? So let's say if we have two objects, one can be iron and the other can is wood. So if you just think that which object must be heavier, iron or wood. So it's easily come in your mind that iron will be heavier as compared to the wood, but it's not true. It will depend that which object has more mass, which object has more volume. So if we know the mass of iron, if we know the volume of iron, if we know the mass and volume of the wood, we can easily calculate their density, and then we can compare them to know that which object is heavier. For example, if we take equal volumes of iron and wood, that then we can easily declare that the iron is heavier than wood. But if we just increase the volume or we just change the values of volume, then might be iron can be heavier than a wood, right? So let's say iron is, if we take the mass of iron is, let's say 5 kg, and the mass for and the volume for iron is, we just take 1 meter cube. And for wood, if we say that the mass of wood, we just take 3 kg. This is the mass for wood, that is 3 kg. And the volume will be kept same. If just we kept same the volume, we just easily come to know from these values that the density of the, this is the density for wood, and this is for iron. So if the volume are same, we can easily declare that that the iron is more denser as compared to the wood. Or if we just change the value, let's say I will put the value for volume is 2 meter cube, and I just increase the and I just keep the volume of wood is 1 meter cube, then might be the wood wood will be more denser to the iron. So it depends upon the parameters, mass and volume. That if we kept the same volume, then the obviously the object which has more mass, it is more denser. But with the mass, obviously the mass of the any object, they must be different. But if we increase or decrease the volume, and we just change the volume for any two objects or more than object, then it will affect on the density of the object. To know which substance is denser or which is lighter, we generally compare the densities of various substances. The density of a substance is the ratio of its mass to that of its volume. We have already discussed in the previous slide that density is basically the ratio of mass per unit volume. So there are some substance that densities are given in table 7.1. First of all, if we see the air, it has density of about 1.3 kg meter kg per meter cube. The foam that we use while using the soap, it has a density of about 89 kg per meter cube. Means the density is in the foam is more than as compared to the air. If you see the petrol, it is more denser as compared to the air and foam, and that is 800 kg per meter cube. The cooking oil is also denser because it gives you a thick uh, so it has a density of 920 kg per meter cube. The ice, it has the same density like cooking oil, that is 920 kg per meter cube. The water is 1000 kg per meter cube, that we have already calculated. Then glass, it has 2500 kg per meter cube, means it has more denser as compared to the air, foam and petrol. Then aluminum, all of you know that aluminum is an element, so it has a density of 2700 kg per meter cube. Then iron, it has a density of 7900 kg meter cube. So iron is more denser compared to element. Then copper has more density, that is 8900 as compared to the iron and aluminum. Then we have lead. Lead is 11,200. It is more denser as compared to the aluminum, iron, copper. Then mercury, it has the density of mercury is about 13,600. Gold is about 19,300, and the platinum is even the more denser as compared to the rest of elements, that is about 21,500 kg per meter cube. So class, you don't have to memorize these the value of these, the densities of these substances. This is just for your information. You can easily see from the chart that which object is more denser to the other if you want to compare. Then there's some useful information which you have to memorize. So 1 meter cube is always equal to 1000 liter. We already discussed in the previous slide that 1 liter is equal to 10 raised to power minus 3 meter cube. So if there is a 1 meter cube is given to a 1000 liters, so these information is useful whenever the data is given in the, let's suppose the volume is given in liter or volume is given in a centimeter cube and you have to convert in a meter cube. So this data is very useful for that purpose. So you must know that 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters and 1 liter is equal to 10 raised to power minus 3 meter cube. How? As I told you that 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters. So if you want to calculate the 1 liter, what you have to do, you have to take these three zeros on the other side. When you move these zeros on the other side, it will be come like 1 by 1000, and when 1000 will be go in a numerator, you will get 10 power minus 3 meter cube. Similarly, all of you know that 1 centimeter cube is equals to 10 raised to power minus 6 meter cube. How? Because if you we have discussed in the previous chapters that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 raised to power minus 2 meter, right? This is the basic 2 meter, right? So if you want to calculate, take the centimeter cube on both sides, because we need the volume in always cube. So let's suppose if you want to calculate this, it will be like this. We convert when you know that centimeter is equal to 10 raised to power minus 2 meter. So 1 centimeter cube is equal to 10 raised to power minus 2 meter. If we just take the cube on the both sides, it will be like this: 1 centimeter cube. So it will be equal to, you just have to multiply 2 multiply by 6 will, you have to multiply this 2 with this 3, you have to multiply it, right? So 2 multiplied by 3 will give you 6. So 1 centimeter minus 6, and when meter multiplied will be cube, it will be empty power 3. So in this way, we can say that 1 centimeter cube is equal to 10 raised to power minus 6 meter cube. So we can easily write directly that 1 centimeter cube is equal to 10 raised to power minus 6 meter cube. First of all, you just know that 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters. So you can easily calculate from this information that 1 liter will be equal to minus 3 meter cube. And 1 centimeter cube is equal to 10 raised to power minus 6 meter, because you know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 raised to power minus 2 meter. If you just take the cube on the both sides, we will get 1 centimeter cube is equal to 10 raised to power minus 6 meter cube. Similarly, if we have to deal in the unit of kg per meter cube, this is the density. 1000 kg per meter cube is equals to 1 gram per centimeter cube, because the three zeros will be vanished over there and you will get 1 gram per centimeter cube. This is the density, right? So these are the three equations which you have to memorize. The one is density is equals to mass per unit volume. Whenever the data is given that the mass is known and the volume of a substance is known, you can easily calculate the density of that substance. Similarly, in some problems or examples, if they have asked you to calculate the value of mass, what you have to do, you have to just change that formula. If you want to calculate the mass, you just move the volume on the other side. When you take the volume on the other side, it will be multiplied with density, and you will get mass is equals to density into volume. So in this way, you can calculate the mass of any substance that is required. So when density is known to you, volume is known to you, you can easily calculate the mass. So for the density, the formula will be, the SI formula for the density is kg per meter cube. And when you multiply with volume, volume is meter cube, right? So this meter cube will be cancelled out with this meter per minus minus 3 power, and you will left with the kg, and that is the unit of mass. So even you can get the exact unit of mass when you have to multiply. So this formula is correct. So whenever you have to find the mass, you have to use the formula mass equals to density into volume. Then if in any problem or in any example, the mass of the object is known, and the density of the object is known, and you have to calculate the volume, what you have to use, you have, first of all, you only have to need to memorize the formula for density. From this, you can easily derive the formula for mass and formula for volume. So now in this case, we have to find out the volume. So what we have to do, we have to take this volume on the other side if you want to calculate the volume, and we have to take this density on the other side. Now see, from this equation, the volume is dividing on the right hand side. If you take the volume on the left side, it will be multiplied. Similarly, the density is multiplying on the left hand side, and if you just take the density on the other side, it will be divide on that side. So in this way, you can write volume is equal to mass divided by density. So this is the formula for density. For volume, you just need the mass and density. The mass and density of the object must be known to you to calculate the value of volume, right? So if you say that mass is the units for mass are kg, is kg, and the unit for density are kg per meter cube, right? So what happened there? Power 3. So one kg will be easily cut out with this kg, and you will be left with uh, 1 by m power minus 3. And if you just take a minus 3 on the numerator, you will get meter cube. So this is the unit for volume, right? So what happened? You can easily so the unit for volume are meter cube. So you can easily calculate the mass and volume with the help of this basic formula. Now there is example given in your book, that is example 7.1. In this example, the mass of 200 centimeter cube of a stone is 500 gram. Find its density. So what the data is given to you, the mass of 200 centimeter cube. It means the volume is given to you 200 centimeter cube, and the stone has mass which is 500 grams. So m is equals to 500 grams. Find its density. All of you know that the formula for density is mass per unit volume. Just simple have to write the formula. The value of mass is given to you. The value of volume is given to you. You just have to put the value and calculate the answer. And that is 2.5 gram per centimeter cube. Now see, look over here. That the volume is given in centimeter cube, and the mass is given in gram. So there is no need to convert mass into kg. There is no need to convert mass into kg and centimeter cube into meter cube, because sometimes we also use a unit centimeter gram second, right? If they have asked you to calculate the mass in they have asked you to calculate the density in kg per meter cube, then you have to change the unit. But let's see, suppose if if the volume is given you in meter cube and the mass is in gram, then you have to convert the mass into kg, because the one unit is SI, the other unit is CGS, then you have to make the same unit. But they are same unit, centimeter, gram, they are in the CGS. They are having the same standard. So there is no need to change these units. But if let's suppose the centimeter is given to you in a meter cube, and this is and mass is already given you in a gram, then you have to convert this gram into kg. Or if gram is given to you in kg and volume is given you in centimeter cube, then you also have to change in meter cube. But um, the both unit they are same. They are in centimeter cube and gram. Then there is no need to change them. You can just simply put the value and calculate the density that is required to you. So class, this is a lecture for today. I'm not giving you any written homework for today. I will give you a homework in the next lecture, right? So if you have any question, you can ask me. Yes, class, if you have any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, I have to end the meeting. This class, you have no question? Okay, class, if there is no question, we can just end the meeting.